this argument about whose project, who takes the credit. I think I want us to turn this whole question around and let's face it on whose project and agree that the projects are for the Liberian people. That is most important. These projects are not for any politician. They're not for me. Otherwise, I personally will start claiming projects. It's not what I want to do. Because I was in Kuwait in 2010. I took the design that was given. Let me just give that whole Banga Menikoma project. When we were concluding the debt cancellation conversation, I went to Madam Salif. Now I'm going to Kuwait to conclude this thing, and they will cancel almost $20 million in debt to the country. The country had taken loans during the Toba government for some development from the Kuwaiti fund. So what can we do now? We have free space to borrow. And I remember Madam Salif told me she went behind her decks. She brought the old drawing that was given to her by her VP then, who is now president of Liberia today, President Boakai, then VP Boakai. She brought the drawing of the Banga Menekoma Highway. You know, that highway would have started in 1989 by the Taiwanese. But when the country went and recognized mainland China, that project stopped. So, but the drawing of the VP Boakai then had it, gave it to Madam President, and Madam President told me, you know, this would be the priority. You know, you all have been working hard. And as Minister of Finance, could not go too much to be talking. I had to act like I was neutral. I wanted the project, but she didn't ask me. She just said, "Well, we focus on the Monrovia Buchanan. You know, we access the funds for the pavement of the road from here to Buchanan. If I just recently I met the World Bank Vice President, former World Bank Vice President, Obiageli Ezekisili at the Harvard course or seminar, and she was asking about the Buchanan project because she came here a lot of times. We signed the agreement, so I cannot go be claiming Buchanan Road. You know, President Boakai now, who put, and we interacted with him at Ministry of Finance. I worked with his office. We went to Kuwait. The Public Works team joined us then. Minister, peace be to his arches. He was a deputy minister of Public Works. His name it will come back to me. He joined our delegation. We put forth the Banga Menikoma Highway. The Kuwaitis agreed. They gave the first $2 million for the feasibility studies. And in the transition, they agreed to put together the Arab Consortium. It started, in our transition, my colleague, Minister Kone, continued where I left off, and then Minister Kamara, the first tranche of resources, I think more than 100 million was accessed for the Banga Menikoma Highway. And, you know, and then the UP government left power. We cannot go be talking about project. Like the ministerial complex. I remember I signed a $60 million grant agreement with the Chinese ambassador there, you know, for the ministerial complex. When last have I gone to say that's my project, you know, but Manasali's project or this project, the Liberian people project. So I could go on the freeway, the RIA highway, the Seacrum project, the project for the Ganta Hapo Highway was developed in 2016. Minister Gettings today, when he was deputy minister at Public Works, they started it, you know, and it was government's project. We shouldn't get in this game of saying whose project, because the Fishtown Harbour Highway, you know, that was developed, the first major financing or pavement went way to that highway. I was Minister of Finance in 2009. We started that. In fact, when I joined the ADB, one of the top engineers, he visited Uganda. He could remember visiting me in this office on that. So what is important to Liberian people? These projects are for the people. Politicians will come and go. Regimes will come and go. These projects are owned by the people. So while we are on the stage, for me, and President Boka, he wants us to deliver for the people. And so whosoever takes credit, that's their issue. But the credit is for the Liberian people. Liberian people will get proud that they have a good road. They don't say government. The Liberian man will boast that he has a good road. He has better electricity. He has, better schools. Let the Liberian people boast. Politicians can do whatever, but for me, let the people boast that their projects are going on.